Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. Tech Sheck episode 16. The saga continues. And as always, our hearts go out to those in Pakistan currently. We know, along with COVID, there's now a flood situation. We wish you and your families the best at this time. May Allah bless you and your families and keep us all safe. Anyways, back to what we do well, talking about tech initiatives in Pakistan. Today, I have an interesting young man who's come up with a way to make medical come to you. And I want to introduce today Ehsan Imam of MARHAM.pk. Ehsan, thanks for being with us today. And please, tell us more about you and MARHAM.
Thank you very much, Farouk, for taking me to the show.
Welcome.
By profession, I'm a software engineer, and MARHAM is not something, a very planned startup. MARHAM is something which has actually happened, I will say, after an incident in my personal life, where I was trying to find some information for my father, and there was a bad healthcare experience. And after that, I was sitting actually in the office, and there was a meeting. Somebody come to me and said that I can't do a meeting because I have to take my brother to a doctor. I said, okay. And I just asked the guy that which doctor you are taking your brother to. He said, he named the same doctor where I had a very bad experience. So I said, wait. This is what happened to me in the past few days. So if you switch the doctor from this doctor to this doctor, he will give you a better guidance, and then he's a very good, nice doctor. He said, okay, and he left. And next day he came back and he said, thank you to me, and thank you for all the guidance. At that moment, I thought like being a software engineer, we solve problem. And at that moment, I was working on a project with Microsoft and delivering a big project to Target for millions of people. So I thought, why not I can share this experience with a lot of people as well. So the one thing which I talked to just my colleague, why not I can share my experience with a lot of others and they can also get benefit from it. So that's where I started thinking about it. And we started putting together a community over the Facebook. And in just a few weeks, like 4 weeks, there were almost 5,000 members in the community where they are sharing information with each other, sharing the experiences with each other. So that made me thought that it's a real necessary back in Pakistan, where people would like to find information about healthcare, and that's where I started putting together all of the information which people started sharing with each other, and putting it into a database, so that instead of just wasting that information, we can put together a database and put all of the information there. So later on, if somebody would like to find that information, so he can easily find that information. That's where we started MARHAM. And MARHAM is basically, it was like in 2016. Now MARHAM is from that community to today, now MARHAM is one of the largest healthcare platform in Pakistan. When I say largest, I mean it largest because in numbers, there are almost 5 to 7 lakh patients, 5 to 700,000 patients visit MARHAM platform each month and take information about the doctors, or book appointments with the doctors, or they can consult doctors online through MARHAM as well. Patients do have a facility so that if they would like to ask any information from the doctor before even visiting them, it's free, that they can ask questions from the doctors, and registered medical practitioners can answer their question. So here we are with the MARHAM.
Excellent. Great initiative. And it seems like you've really helped solve the crux of a problem, because you know what? Medical information, getting the right information from the right people at the right time, very sensitive, very difficult process, even here in the United States. So moving along, well, you know what? I meet a lot of interesting people. And you know what? One thing I find quickly is a lot of people come up with similar ideas. What's your competitor base look like? Do you have anybody else out there doing something like this?
Yeah, there are quite a few people trying to solve this problem, because healthcare problems in Pakistan, this space is a lot larger. So there can be a lot of players working into this space. So I think like there are different players trying to solve this problem differently. But one of the big advantage we have at MARHAM is that I think we are the only healthcare platform which is self-sustainable at this point, and we are bootstrapped from last 1.5 year. We are cash flow positive, and we are not just burning cash or trying to get a lot of investment. So there are a few good. So all of the competitors are trying to solve the problem in a different angle, like Sehat Kahani. They are more focused towards GPs and the GPs who female general practitioners more, and then InstaCare, Augment Care. So there are multiple competitors working to solve this problem, and I don't feel like they are competitors, because when I started MARHAM, the passion was to solve the problem. So when I see there are multiple players trying to solve the same problem, which is accessibility to healthcare or solving the problem for the people in the healthcare industry, so I really feel happy about it.
That's excellent. That's excellent. And you touched on a great point, which is going to lead into my next question. And that is, now that the space has a lot of different people coming at it from different angles, and you said you're cash flow positive, what's your revenue model?
So our revenue model is simple. So from the day one we started MARHAM, the objective was never to charge extra to patients. So we actually work with the doctors and we provide them software for practice management. We provide them a growth model as well. So we charge doctors, and there are two kind of different models where doctor can pay us a fixed fee. And if there is a doctor who is not willing to pay a fixed fee, he can just work with us on a growth model. So as their practice grows, he can keep on paying us. So it's a win-win situation for all of us.
Very good. Very good to know. Well, great. It's an awesome service that you seem to be providing, and you definitely have the uptake. So the last thing, for those of us outside of Pakistan, the diaspora, is there an ask? Are you looking for something? Are you trying to raise funds? Do you need advisory? Tell us.
Yeah, actually, I think raising a fund is definitely an important thing for a startup, but we are more after right advisory, because I think at this level, it's not just I don't see that this is just a startup. I see we are trying to solve a big problem in Pakistan. So I would like to get all of the help which I can get in order to solve this problem. So I am very interested to work with the people who may have already solved this kind of problems or solve some of the health challenges, or maybe have experience with the larger platforms, that how to grow and how to build large platforms with the right structure. So I definitely would like to welcome advisory. And I think I would like to have like-minded people who have the similar objective to solve healthcare problems in Pakistan, especially.
Brilliant. Well, that's great to hear. Well, as always, it's a pleasure to have you with us, Ehsan. And I was very lucky to have discovered a lot of interesting and smart young folks like yourself during this journey. And for our audience, thank you very much for coming, checking out TechSheck. Please continue to circulate, share, build. We're trying to build positive stories for Pakistan. As we all know, we're in a very difficult situation right now. So I'm always focusing on, let's look at what's good. Let's focus on what's going right. With that, I'd like to thank everybody for joining us today. Ehsan, thank you very much for coming on. We really appreciate your time. I know I've kept you up very late because you're in a very different time zone. So I appreciate your support there. And I'd like to thank our sponsors, Celeritas Solutions, Open Silicon Valley, and Ashari Ventures. Thank you all. Please come and visit our website, www.techsheck.net, and please like us on Instagram, Facebook, and follow us on Twitter and YouTube. With that, Allah Hafiz. Have a great day, everybody.